Hi guys, it's Mathilda. Obviously, you know that because you're on my channel, and today I'm going to talk about the things that you can't or shouldn't say to a transgender person. It can come across as being inappropriate or just like downright offensive, so whatever you do, don't say these things to a transgender person. And I did a similar video like this a few months ago. However, in this video I have collected all of the things that you shouldn't say to a transgender person. So if that's something that interests you, keep on watching. But before we get into this video, don't forget to follow me on my socials. They're all down below, all of the links. Fun time. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's also down below. You will really help the girly out by clicking that subscribe button. So please click it. It's down below. Thank you so much in advance. But now let's get into all of these things that you shouldn't say to a transgender person. Before I get into all of these things that you can say to a transgender person, I just want to let you know that if you are cisgender, the reason why you can't say these things is just because they can come across as being a little bit inappropriate but also offensive. However, if you are transgender and a cisgender person says these things to you, try to not react in a very angry way. Try to offer them a more educational answer and be calm with them. A lot of cisgender people haven't come across a transgender person before, so instead of being angry with them and nitpicking every little thing they say, try to meet them halfway. Try to explain to them what transgenderism is all about. I've seen a lot of transgender people being angry with cisgender people when they're just trying to understand what it's all about. Most people are not saying these things out of malice, so try to just meet them halfway through. Try to explain to them in a more educational way. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. But now let's get into all of these things that you shouldn't say to a transgender person. So the first thing that you shouldn't say to a transgender person is, what were you born as? And honestly, in order to interact with someone respectfully, you don't need to know what gender they were assigned at birth. It's not really important, and also it's a bit invasive. Additionally, it kind of implies that trans people change their gender when in reality we just affirmed our true gender when we transitioned. So yeah, enough of that. Let's move on to the next thing, and that is, you don't look transgender. I would never have known. And honestly, this implies that all transgender people look the same, and we don't. Transgenderism is not a look. You can see if someone is transgender. We don't look the same. The transgender umbrella is huge. There are so many different transgender people and we don't look the same. We are people. Not all cisgender people look the same, and not all trans people look the same. It's kind of self-explanatory, but here I am trying to explain to you just because I've heard it so many times. But yeah, transgenderism is not a look. So let's move on to the third thing, and that is, what's your real name? What was your name before? And honestly, if you are transgender and have transitioned, your former name or your birth name is usually called your dead name. The reason being, that part of your life is dead. It's not really important to your life anymore, so why would you like to know that? Honestly, I've received this comment so many times, people asking me what my dead name is. And for the most part, I don't really have a problem with it just because I'm a public person. And however, if you meet a transgender person, don't ever ask them about their dead name, because in order to interact with them respectfully, as I said before, knowing their dead name, it doesn't really matter. It's really unimportant and also a bit offensive because many transgender people are very triggered by their dead name. So whatever you do, don't ask them about it. So it's really unnecessary and not important at all. But let's move on to the fourth thing. You are so attractive for a transgender person, and this kind of ties into the things I said before. Transgender people are not inherently less attractive than cisgender people, so I don't really understand what you mean when you're saying that I'm attractive for a transgender person. That doesn't really make any sense. So you're saying that all transgender people are ugly? Is that what you're saying? That's kind of offensive, or not kinda, it's like, it's offensive, girl. Like, you shouldn't say that. It's not a compliment, it's more like a backhanded compliment, because like at one side you're saying that I'm attractive, but on the other side you're saying that transgender people are less attractive than cisgender people, and I'm only attractive because like the bar is so low for transgender people. If that is that what you're saying, that's offensive. Like, that's incredibly offensive. That, don't say that to people, and you're kind of coming across as a little bit like transphobic. So don't say that, please. So yeah, let's move on to the fifth thing, and that is, did you get the surgery, the bottom surgery? So honestly, asking a trans person this, what's between their legs, is honestly really creepy. You wouldn't go up to a random person asking what kind of gender they have or how their gender look like. You wouldn't go up to a person like, how big is your or how does your vag look? Like, it's understandably creepy. So whatever you do, don't ask a trans person this question. It's incredibly creepy, invasive, and just like offensive. And also the surgery, like, I'm not sure what you mean. There are so many surgeries that someone that is transgender can undergo if they're undergoing a medical transition. However, not every single transgender person wants to undergo the bottom surgery, and that's completely okay. We're not all the same. A person can undergo so many different surgeries, such as mastectomy if you're F2M, which is removing the breast tissue, or a breast augmentation, which is like having implants put in to have bigger breasts. So yeah, I'm not really sure what you mean when you're saying the surgery. Like, there are so many different surgeries. So yeah, and whatever you do, don't ask about that. Let's move on to the next thing, and that is, what surgeries are you going to have? I'm not really sure why some cisgender people are so obsessed with our medical transition. I mean, obviously, if you are a cisgender person watching this to educate yourself, that's great. Like, that's amazing. You're trying to get yourself some knowledge about trans people to try to respect them more in real life, which is amazing. Like, good for you. If you're interested in medical transitions of transgender people, I really recommend you to watch some YouTube instead of going around asking trans people that you ever meet about their medical transitioning, because it's a little bit weird and invasive. You wouldn't go around asking like your neighbor if they're going to have surgeries or whatever. It's really unnecessary to know someone's medical past or future. You know, whatever you do, don't go around asking trans people what kind of surgeries they will have, because it's a little bit invasive and kind of unimportant. So yeah, let's move on to the next thing, and that is, but you were such a pretty girl or handsome guy. Okay, I know I was cute, but you know, doesn't really matter. I'm doing this for me. My transition is for my happiness. And if you are cisgender, try to not fixate on our past. Try to more so respect us as the people we are. Try to not drag up like the things that happened in the past, because it can be a triggering for most trans people. So try to just be respectful of the people that we are and just like leave it at that. So yeah, this is hard for me. I'm just so used to your other pronouns, so it's hard to change. Although I understand that it can be difficult for if someone in your inner circle or family member transition, and that feeling is valid. However, what is not valid is purposely misgender someone or use their dead name. That is not valid. Like, the world does not revolve around you, sweetie. The world does not revolve around you. Although it's hard on you, think of them. Just for a second, just a split second, think of the person that is actually transitioning. Obviously, it's a lot harder on them. So try to be respectful. Try to think of them and just talk to them. And even though it's hard on you, it's a lot harder on them. So try to stop making everything about yourself and just care about the person that is actually transitioning. So yeah, just try to be as respectful as possible. But now, the last thing that you shouldn't say to a transgender person is, when did you decide to be transgender? it's kind of a common narrative or like a common belief that transgender people just like wake up one day and we're like, I want to be transgender. It's not. It's not a choice. It's not something that we decide. Think of yourself, like, why would we choose this? Why would I choose to have people hate on me? Why would I choose to undergo a medical transition where in order to look like this, I will need hormones and like a lot of difficult surgeries for God's sake? Why would I choose this? Why? It doesn't make any sense. Did you wake up one day and choose to be cisgender? Did you wake up one day when you were like a teenager or a child and was like, I want to be a boy, I want to be a girl? No, you didn't. And that is what happened with me. I was born as trans. I was born into the wrong body, and I'm trying to correct it. I'm trying to affirm myself to my true gender, and I succeeded, so here I am. But yeah, that was all of the things that you shouldn't say to a transgender person. And honestly, I really hope that this was helpful. And if you are cisgender, I really hope that you took this to your heart and really understand what you can say to a transgender person and why you can't do that. So yeah, that was everything for this video. And if you liked this video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, and also the little bell icon to get future notifications whenever I post. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.